So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this was a game I had the other night which I just have to show you. Not for the fact that my gameplay or anybody else's gameplay was particularly spectacular, but just the finale. Yeah, I did have a good game, but not spectacular. So I platooned up even with Belshaman, who is in the Fernando, the tier 8 German TD, and Shoot, who is in the Strengthwagen S1, the Swedish Premium Tier 8 TD. And I'm in the Lorraine 40T, the French Tier 8 Premium Medium Tank, the one with the autoloader. Yeah, that's the one. And it was symptomatic of pretty much all our games this night. We seem to get bottom tier every single... I mean, we didn't seem to. We did. We got bottom tier on every match. The only time we didn't was when it was one of those matchups where there were 5 top tiers and 10 bottom. And of course we were in the bottom. So anyway, rather than bemoan the fact, we just played and actually came out with quite a good win rate. This is where is this one? I always forget. Fjords. Don't particularly like Fjords as a map, but hey, gotta make do with what you got. So I've come up here. I've obviously got the autoloader. I don't have Sixth Sense on this tank. Got a reasonable crew, but so there is a Patriot without the Patriot bit. Bounce the first shot. Can we hit that 49? Yes, we can. Pull back because I know that Patriot took a shot at me and he was about to be reloaded. So I'm going to sit and pull back, and you can see the TVP who's with me doesn't really want to push round. The 1390's hiding in the corner, so there's really no point in us pushing this at the moment. Enemy have far more heavies than we do, which is not a good sign on this map, and we've already lost our first tank. So I went for a reload because while I'm sitting here I might as well. Unfortunately TVP took a big hit at that, well, not a big hit, took a hit at that point. So I'm reloaded again and pop back up. I've got very good view range on this thing. I'll just see whether we can get... I can't get down there. And he takes a shot at me, misses. So at least that means I know that I'm relatively safe at the moment. Oh, there's a T28 prototype out there. Can we get a shot on him? We can. One. Oh, but Artie have now got my attention. Or looking at me. Get stunned, lost a bit of health, bit of a bugger. More importantly, I've lost my position I wanted to go to. I had to withdraw, had to yeah, basically try and deal with what's going to happen here, because I can't poke anymore. Clearly they know I'm here. We've lost the AMX who was with us, even though he wasn't much use to us. So it's just me and the TVP against a T49, a Patriot and a T28 prototype. And it's difficult in this situation. I've only got 2 shells loaded. Oh, we're down to 4-1. And there we go. Maybe I should have gone for a reload before, but it's so difficult to know when to do it because it's a long reload. Uh-oh. Nice shot into the T49, put another shot into him, but now I'm out. Now I've got to go for a reload. I've got to get off this hill as well. I'm just telling the rain I'm on a reload. 26 seconds left. Back down, not very gracefully, but I'm down. I'm going to stand here and try and look menacing, even though I can't do much about this guy. My next clip I'm loading is premium, because I need to help. I need to try and help this guy survive. I've only got a couple of seconds. There we go. There we go. Oh, no, I wasn't loaded. I couldn't get the shot in. TVP's going in for him. But he gets killed by the Batchat, who is there. Put one shot into him. Got 1 shell left. He obviously doesn't know how many shells I've got. He's only on 400 health. He's not prepared to take the risk. Suddenly we pulled it back to 7-all. I had a good old scrap on that corner. Did 1800 damage, but I decided that I can't stay there. I've only got that artillery with me. I feel bad about leaving him, but at least I'll know if that Batchat comes around behind us. And look at the cap. The cap's in real problem. All our team is concentrated down into the middle there. There's a Type 4 heavy. I've gone for the reload, standard rounds this time. Probably should have reloaded with premium, but hey, I'm thinking I'm going to get side shots and rear shots, so that's why I'm not so bothered. Just about reloaded. I'm keeping a real close eye on behind me, because that Batchat may well want to come round behind us. Shoot, and Belshman are holding the island there. Belshman's just, he's been set on fire. I think that was his second fire of the match, from what I remember he said, and he's down, unfortunately. So it's 7 plays 8. All those guys are on the lower bit. I can't really push. I'd like to go and help out that VK and take out the IS-7, but I can't really at the moment because I don't know where that Batchat is going to go. He was just above at D7, and I just, if I get down there and he shoots me on the way down, I'm screwed. IS-7's down. Heavy Type 4 heavy is there, and I think, right, I've got to help these guys out. I can't just let them die. And here comes the Batchat. Missed him with the first shell, which is a bummer. But at least, and Batchat RT hits me, and hits me hard. At least I know that the Batchat's not going to shoot me. Can we get behind the Type 4 heavy? Nice shell into him. He's down. Right, it's 9 plays 8. 9 plays 10, and I get cleaned up by the artillery. I didn't move far enough away. Didn't have enough hit points. So that was a bit of a shame, wasn't it? So it's not looking too hot, is it? We've got the VK 100 who's on 119 health, and Shoot, who is on, well, he's full health at the moment, and there goes the VK. So it's Shoot and 2 artillery against 2 artillery, a light tank, a medium and a heavy. Not a good scenario in my book. So we have to go defensive now. There's the Batchat artillery. Shoot spots him but hasn't got a shot on him. Misses that shell. The artillery I left to die comes in and lands a shell nicely to him, so that's good. Shoot's now been spotted. He does take out the Batchat artillery, but he gets tracked in the process, and then he gets hit and tracked again, and he just can't move, and he is taken down. So that's really not good. Really not good. And there goes their Batchat. I have to laugh at that. The Kavanagh and the Krunwagen and the VK were having a bit of a disagreement in the chat there. I don't know whether you noticed, being a little bit rude about each other and what have you. And then Krunwagen came up with the best comment I've ever seen in chat and said, "Reported for naughty words." I don't know how old he is, probably about 12. Anyway, back to the game. So it is 12 plays 13. There is a Liberté out there somewhere. There is an RU-251 out there somewhere, and there's a Batchat artillery. Now, we haven't seen the RU-251 at all the entire game, which is odd, and it's just about now where you would expect to see a good light tank player, and this guy is, come flying around to clean up those last 2 bits of artillery. But there's no sign of him yet, which is very, very odd. So, oops, sorry, I'm trying to move around, and so here we are with the artillery, and you can see they're just sitting here waiting and waiting. So it's one of those situations where you just don't really know what to do. We've got 2 artillery against 3 enemy tanks, one of which a light tank and one of which RT. But there is the AMX. So he's made a move. He's pushed in the cap, but he's been spotted, and the M53 takes him down. So now, boys and girls, what goes on now? We have 13 v 13, 2 artillery, fairly mobile artillery at that, versus 1 artillery and a light tank who hasn't been seen. And it's about now that we start to think, is he AFK? Is that RU251 AFK? And you can see Shoot and I just put that comment in the chat, because there's no sign of him, and you would expect right now for him to be appearing, and he isn't. So let's speed it up a little bit because nothing much happens for a couple of minutes. No sign of anything. And I'm thinking this is a draw. This is a draw. There's no way that we can get to the cap, and I would doubt that they would get to the cap. I mean, we could get to the cap, but whether you could cap in time is questionable. So let's go back. So the T-95s move forward. It's less than 2 minutes left in this game. Less than 2 minutes left. This guy up here, the M53, doesn't seem to want to move. He wasn't having it. He wasn't having anything about moving, and he seems quite happy to take the draw. As he starts to move, look who comes around the corner. It's the Batchat artillery. And they have a face-to-face head-off, and bang. The M53 wins that battle. So, 1 minute, 13 seconds. Only an RU251 who has not been seen the entire game left. So it's got to be a draw, yeah? Got to be a draw. There's no way they can get their cap, or I mean, they've got to try and find him. Maybe the I'm really thinking is maybe the RU is on his side somewhere. Maybe he's managed to turn himself over, because this guy's a good player. He's 42,000 games, 1,608 win 8. 53% win rate. He's a pretty good player, and yet he hasn't appeared all game. So they're heading off as quickly as they can towards the cap, but there's 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. Got to find him. Got to kill him, because that's going to be the only outcome, right? No way he can cap out. No way he can do anything. It's got to be a draw. Where is he? Is he around here? Is he still in the cap? There he is. He hasn't moved. And the 53 takes a snapshot, and that's it. Draw. Game over. But did you see that? Just at the very end there, he exploded. Because he never logged into the game. One of the mechanics of the game means that if you can't basically win anything for the game if you never logged in, or you dropped out too early. So the game killed him. As the clock went to 0, the game killed him, and consequently it was a win. And we were gobsmacked. It was just so funny to see that at the end. So basically what happened was, because the RU251 hadn't logged into the game, or had logged in and then dropped out, the game penalises you and will not allow you to win, to benefit from basically not being in the game. And the way it does it is it actually blows you up at the end of the game, and that's what happened to this guy. He was sitting there in the cap, AFK, never having moved, never having done anything. As the clock struck 0 and we thought game over, we're finished, he exploded and we won the game. I hadn't seen that before myself, and I thought it was quite funny, so that's why I'm doing it as a video. So I got third class out of it and got fire for effect. Had a pretty reasonable game, all told. We both shoot had a monster game. Look at that, 3,995 damage and 1 kill, 1,185 base XP in a tier 8 premium in a tier 10 match. I came second on XP, 2,043 and 2 kills, 846. Belshman, 1,114, 1 kill, 601. He was a bit unfortunate. He had a fire early and then he had another fire, so he couldn't repair because it hadn't recharged. I took 11 shots, hit with 10 and penned with 8 for that 2,000 damage. I took 6 hits, 2 of which didn't pen, the rest did. And 76,000 credits on a cost, because it would fire at least 3 rounds of premium. 48,000, which is a pretty reasonable amount, and 3,111 experience with all the bonuses that I had at the time. So there you go, winning a game that we really didn't think we were going to win. I was convinced that was a draw, and I must admit I didn't really know anything about that rule at the end, where if you haven't logged in, you get bloated up, and therefore their team lost. They must have been sick as parrots. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. This is Gamer Dom signing out.